ever struggle with making decisions? Part of you wants one thing, while another part of you wants something else, maybe even something completely different. Do you ever feel like there's much more to you and your potential than you're expressing in your daily life? Do you ever feel like you're not really being your true self? Are you even sure what that is? Well, guess what? Those feelings and experiences are completely normal on a spiritual awakening and ascension path. Hi, I'm SomRa, ET Wilkin, spiritual awakening teacher and facilitator, visual artist, and sound channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you some insights about those experiences and the upcoming spiritual gateways December 12th through January 30th and how you can benefit most from them. Plus, I'll tell you about my upcoming 1212 Soul Gate channeled sound event that will help you confidently navigate and rock this opportunity to catapult your spiritual evolution, awakening, and ascension. And hey, isn't it time for a smoother, funner journey? Yes, I said funner. So I'm going to come right out and say it. The truth is, you, the real you, are an extraordinary being, a magnificent soul that already exists in oneness reality. A core aspect of the spiritual awakening journey is about forgetting all of that completely. You incarnate through many, many lifetimes to explore specific, often conflicting experiences and to gain expanded understanding from them all about yourself and various facets of divine reality. If you're watching this video, you're probably now somewhere in the awakening and remembering phase of the journey. Everyone on a spiritual awakening path is continually being encouraged by the divine and their real self to sincerely explore those questions I asked earlier. Why do I have different conflicting parts of me? I know there's much more to me. How do I express it? Who am I really? How do I figure out and live the real me? In this process of awakening and expanding your awareness and understanding, you're discovering that you're not who you thought you were. You're not the roles you've played. You're not a mother or father, sister or brother. You're not a profession or a hobby or set of interests. You're not your knowledge, skills, or talents. You're not rich or poor, good or not good enough, right or wrong. You're not a kind person or a mean person or anything in between. These are just roles or characteristics you've identified yourself as or with. These are like jars or containers that serve a purpose for a time. But on an awakening path, you're going to continually expand beyond these, layer after layer after layer. It's inevitable. You can fight it, but the more you attach to these as identities, as who you are, the more painful and difficult it's likely to be when those containers break. So, doesn't it make sense to practice relaxing more and accepting the process for what it is? You're becoming more the real you underneath all those layers and patterns and identity constructs. You won't lose your skills, talents, or knowledge, or anything else that's useful in your journey. It's when you're using these things to define yourself, or to prove you're worthy of goodness, or to try to make yourself feel better in some way that creates problems in your life. And haven't you had enough of problems? Then it's worth getting in touch with your real self and living it. That's innately good. Life gets much easier that way. So, what does all this have to do with spiritual gateways? Throughout each passing year, there are more and more galactic alignments and spiritual gateways happening. During these times, waves and uptakes of higher light frequencies and consciousness beam the planet, which catalyze increased awakening of divine reality and remembrance of our real selves beyond polarity. These gateways are opportunities to participate more consciously and deliberately in your process. And if you want to awaken your mastery as a soul, well, spiritual masters wisely utilize all opportunities for spiritual advancement. Spiritual gateways are like canal locks, in which a ship must sail over a higher elevation into another expanded body of water. When a ship is passing through, each segment of the canal, known as a lock, has a gate that causes that segment to fill with more water. This then causes the ship to float higher. Then the next gate opens and the ship sails into the next elevated level. In other words, it ascends. This process is repeated through each lock and gate. Similarly, you have the opportunity to choose to rise with each spiritual gateway. And soon you find yourself in a whole new level of expanded reality. The upcoming series of gateways starting December 12th has very much to do with expanding into greater authenticity, as in becoming more your authentic real self. This means an increased shedding of old identities that no longer serve your awakening path. It's a time to honestly look at your habits, choices, job, relationships, way of relating, behaviors, self perceptions, attitudes, judgments, and how you express yourself in the world. And in that process, you can assess and distinguish between what truly fits you now and what are actually just repetitive defaults you've been sticking to because they are familiar or all you've known. And then you can release the old through various processes and take new actions based on what you realize about who you are today. A lot of people are already in the midst of these processes. Sometimes, if we hold on too long, life will present circumstances that usher us into the changes we need to make. We can drag our heels or even go kicking and screaming, as they say. But change is inevitable on the awakening journey. The real you, in many ways, may seem foreign or perhaps even scary to the ego and old identities you've been operating through. That's why they resist. It can feel like you're dying or having a breakdown, or you can even feel depressed, like you're grieving a loss. But the only thing you're losing is something that wasn't really true for you. It just seemed like it was for a time, perhaps even your whole life. But these feelings are temporary, especially if you walk through them consciously and with self compassion, care, and patience. There are lots of ways to help yourself through this process, like deep journaling, seeing a therapist, or getting energy work that focuses on this kind of support. And you can attend or use the replay recording of my channeled sound event during the 1212 Gateway and beyond. Here's more information about my channeled sound events. Transformational sound is a general term that I use for sound frequencies that are projected or presented for the purposes of facilitating transformation, healing, evolutionary boosts, expansion of consciousness, things of that nature. And my channeled sound work is all about that. Common benefits of our channeled sound activation meditations are deeper relaxation, peace, joy, bliss, and well being, effortless transformation, release of inner blocks and limitations to your goals and desires manifesting, greater spiritual awareness and intuition, progress in your healing, more openness to beneficial opportunities in your life, expansion of your capacity to receive those opportunities, increased personal awareness, including of your inner gifts, expansion of your creativity, including creative solutions to life's issues, greater connection with the divine, soul, guides, angels, star family, and friends, activation of soul memory, and metaphysical abilities. And of course, ease of your awakening and ascension. Channeled sound is a bit different from regular toning, music, and sound baths. Some channeling may occur while the practitioner uses those. However, in my events, I'm specifically attuned to and communicating with my higher team, the Trigalian Sound Masters and the Divine, who are also attuned to your guides and angels and your specific needs. I allow a vast array of supportive communications, geometries, and frequencies through my voice, specifically designed to connect you with your inner power and higher team to clear blocks, resolve issues, promote healing, and facilitate your consciousness to a new level of spiritual development. I also include gentle drumming, bells, and crystal bowls here and there to support the process. I'm a conscious channel, meaning I'm fully aware of what's coming through me while it's happening. The core group of the Trigalian Sound Masters is around 35 beings, and the full collective is around 300 to 400 beings from various advanced star systems like the Pleiades, and Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda, Lyra, and many others known and not known to humanity and Earth, not yet anyway, but have been helping humanity and Earth for a very, very long time. We fine tuned and honed the use of sound, including frequencies beyond human hearing, for transformation, healing, and evolution, awakening, and more for eons of time. At the beginning of the event, I'll guide you through a brief meditation to connect you with your inner light, power, and your personal intentions of what you want to manifest. Then you can sit back or lie down, relax, and receive the divine sounds and presence working on your behalf. It's not so much about hearing the sounds as it is about feeling the sounds and the divine loving energies coming through. Therefore, listening with external speakers on your device is ideal. But if you have to listen through headphones, that's also definitely a powerful experience. This activation is not a meditation requiring mental focus. It's a facilitation. You're invited to relax your mind and expand to receive and accommodate more of who you truly are, an extraordinary, magnificent soul. During my events, while at times the sounds may be relaxing and soothing, like in a sound bath, sometimes they're really quite lively. Other times they may seem quite strange to the ego mind, or even funny, like when the masters are speaking language of light through me and other cosmic sounds. Your DNA, light codes, and starseed codes are also activated in the process, whatever is ready to come online at the time. One of the most powerful features of these sounds and frequencies is that the ego mind doesn't understand them, and so it doesn't resist them, not easily anyway. And so shifts can occur rather quickly and effortlessly, even shifts you've been working on for a very long time. It's really impossible to describe a channeled sound experience in words, and each event is different, and each participant's experience is unique. The Trigalian Soundmasters and I take you on a journey deep within your being, your inner cosmos. Some participants experience traveling to other star systems or ships and visiting star family, soul family, and friends. Some have past life recall, gaining insights about their current life now. And some folks experience more of a deep state of consciousness and inner peace. Whatever the case may be for you, the Masters and I hold a sacred space for you to experience whatever your loving soul is wanting next for you in your evolution. And we aim to have fun in the process too. Through our clear empathic, clear sentient, and clear cognizant abilities, we are able to draw forth old stuck emotions and transmute them, like pain, sorrow, grief, anxiety, and so forth. And so you may hear sounds coming through me that relate to those emotions. And you may even feel them move through you like waves. And then you're free. Even if you can't attend live, receiving the facilitation using the replay recording is equally effective. Also, the 1212 gateway energies continue to facilitate through the recording whenever you use it in the weeks, months, and years to come to help you with healing support, to catalyze breakthroughs, and energize new intentions. In a moment, I'll share with you a small sample of my sound channeling. Now, it nowhere near demonstrates what a full channeled sound activation meditation is like. But between that and your intuition, you'll know whether or not this upcoming sound event is for you. So, are you ready to release some old stuff, elevate your consciousness, and experience more of your own divine magnificence? Click the link below for details and registration. Now, here's that sound channeling sample for you from a quantum conversations I had with Loren Gailey back in 2021 called Turn on the Lights, Release Your Pesky Elusive Blind Spots, and Reclaim Your Divine Reality. Remember to relax your mind as fully as you can and receive. Enjoy.
What I'd like to do, since our time is coming to an end in our show today, let's have you leave us with a beautiful sound experience. What would you like to do for that?
Okay, so I've talked about a number of different things today, and those of you listening, you may have started making some connections. I hope you did in your own history, some things that you might have misunderstood, beliefs that you've had, and starting to see all the daisy chain of connections, or just have a sense of it, or maybe a feeling. And even if something like triggered you and you're feeling disturbed by something that I shared, that's energetic, that's information too. That's a clue. We're bringing stuff to the surface. It's a misunderstanding, because anytime we're experiencing anything negative, anytime we're feeling anything negative, we're believing something false. We're believing a false belief somewhere in our history. You don't necessarily have to know what it is. Just own it. Just admit, okay, I'm believing something that must not be true. I don't know where it is. That helps bring it to the surface so that we can clear it. And then the awareness can come afterwards. Or you just start to notice, hey, I'm not reacting to this or that the same way I did. So just notice any of those things that have come forward. And you don't have to necessarily define them. And so let's gather them all up. So I'm going to energetically, I'm working with everybody listening, including who are listening to the replay. Lots of intensity coming up. This is good. And then as I start to hear the sounds to come through, I'm going to go through a series of sounds, channeled sounds, and I've got the masters behind me. We're coming together on this. And if it's too loud for your speakers or whatever, just turn your speakers down a little bit. It's just, you just need the energy to come forward. They're the frequencies to come forward and hit your field. So everybody take a few deep breaths and let them go. And just kind of relax into your seat. Feel a sense of willingness within yourself to just be willing to admit that you misunderstood some things, and it's okay. It's all okay. It's a part of the puzzle that you, the soul, is solving. And that just brings it all forward. Helps open your field as you continue to breathe and relax. The more open your field is, the more receptive you are to change, to the transformation that you're looking for, that you're wanting. Good. Okay, I'm hearing to say call in your guides and angels too. They're with you, but this is helping you make a connection that yes, you always have higher help Well, even if you don't see it or hear it, okay, the sounds are starting to come through. And just receive the sounds and let them move through your field and let them help dismantle all of these old patterns that you don't need anymore. Do my side. Thank you.
And with that, we are complete. We are free. We are vibrant. We are radiant. That was amazing, SomRa. The feeling of that and the emotion that that brought up is exquisite. Thank you.
You're welcome. Excuse me. You're welcome. And remember, folks, let me take a sip of water. All of these misunderstandings, all of these beliefs, all of these false identities, they're not you. You're not any of these things. Okay? It's all just been one big misunderstanding. You are a divine, infinite being here on a journey through an illusory, polaric reality that's not really reality, it's a context. You have everything you need to solve your puzzle. You're not a problem, you're a puzzle. And the puzzle gets more and more fun the more you accept yourself and your journey and your process in it. All your feelings, all your misguided beliefs. Love you, love them back into your wholeness. Reclaim who you are, the divine, infinite being, masterful being that you are. And we're glad you're here because every single one of you are a puzzle piece to the greater puzzle that's being solved.
And what a beautiful puzzle it is. You are not a problem, you are a puzzle. Beautiful. This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in unity consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.